Hello, folks, and warm welcome to Realty Check. You know, stranger, I know you've been tuning in. For those who are new, this is a place where we deep dive under the skin of real estate. We leave no stone unturned. We try to answer as many questions as we possibly can. And the list of our viewers have increased in the past, and there are many who are at the borderline of making decisions or wanting to invest, wanting to buy, some who would like to dabble, wait by the side and see how real estate pans out. But what we try to do is to answer most of your questions. For that, we have a panel of experts usually. Today is no special day. In fact, it is extra special. Why? Because we have two heavyweights from the real estate who are here, and we're going to be discussing a few important topics. One, the most spoken about in town today, the Chelsea residences from DAMAC. We're going to talk about that, dabble in it a bit. And then we're going to talk about how the markets are panning out. How is it warming to this new project? And to discuss this in detail, we have two guests. One, we have Irshad Rahman, who's the Vice President of Sales at DAMAC. No new hat. He's been in the business for long. And perhaps he's done that many years and he's seen how the real estate market has evolved. And to my left, I have a very special guest who joined us. He is Salem Karsaz. He is the Group CEO of Aeon TrisI. Aeon TrisI, by the way, is a heavyweight when it comes to real estate broking in this part of the world and elsewhere. They have panned out really well. London is also a place where they've left their blueprint for success, having advised that many people when they came to buying or investing into real estate. So with that, warm welcome to the podcast, gentlemen. It's good to have you both.
Thank you so much.
Now, without much ado, I'm going to turn the spotlight to you, Irshad.
Yeah.
You've been on the plane all the way to Chelsea,
Yep.
Stamford Bridge. You were there when all the action happened. Well, there's a question that everybody's asking, and there's a question that maybe you can answer as well. This fusion of sports and lifestyle coming together. I mean, you've got the echelons of football sporting, Chelsea on one side, and you've got DAMAC, which is a forerunner when it comes to living luxury and a lifestyle mark that we've left behind. How did this happen, and what is this fusion all about?
See, first of all, thank you so much for inviting me here. I was on the plane. This is one of the lifetime, kind of an experience.
Yeah.
Going with DAMAC, with the top brokers to Stamford Football Stadium, watching Chelsea match live in action.
Right.
It's like a dream come true.
Surreal,
For
yeah.
a lot of people. And that basically, pushed a lot of people, for people like me to, passionately sell Chelsea as a brand.
Right.
Coming back to your point, you see, Dubai has become a center of a lot of sports activity at the moment.
Yeah.
If you look at the football, you look at the cricket at the moment. So, and we have got the best of the best facilities as well. There are a lot of football clubs also, they have the branches opening up here. So, DAMAC, and also there is a wellness and well-being happening at the same time. So, it's the right time for DAMAC to get into this kind of project where it's a lifestyle, where people love to be a part of a brand which is known all over the world,
Right.
Which has got so much respect. I mean, apart from that,
Right.
and the people look at it in a very great pride. So I think we are at the right time, and also expanding the Chelsea legacy.
Exactly. Legacy is coming
It's a
together.
very old club.
Yeah.
So having that kind of features and amenities of in a project like DAMAC will definitely give something, a unique experience to our clients,
Yeah.
and also the investors. Also, if you look at DAMAC history, DAMAC is always different from other developers in Dubai. Right from the day we started Paramount, but that was the first time we introduced a brand.
Right.
And
Yeah.
then we keep adding more brands to it till the point we
Yeah.
added the Chris Gono and also Roberto Cavalli, which we actually bought.
Yeah.
So I think Chelsea is the right, product for us. And it's a place where I can say, sports is a lifestyle and the champion comes home.
Correct.
Right?
So I
it
think
gives
that's the
overall
wedding. That's the
belonging.
marriage.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
There's a lifestyle marriage, as we can see. I think the genesis of branded residences came through DAMAC.
Absolutely.
If my memory serves right, and
Absolutely.
you've been here for that
Yeah,
many years,
yeah.
right? So I think that's again talks volumes about these two big brands coming together. I want to turn the spotlight to you, Salem. Your strategic collaboration with DAMAC. I mean, you're no new name to this ecosystem of DAMAC. You've been here. How does Chelsea Residences and Aeon TrisI, how does that chemistry work for you and for your clients by large?
So our association with DAMAC has been almost nearing now to more than 15 years maybe. And we've seen the developer grow and seen how customers have actually gained momentum and had their return on investments grow over the past so many years. All the way starting from Dubai Marina in the 2007-6 times to JLT to Business Bay, where so many buildings have actually helped customers get favorable returns on the developments that they've launched. Then coming down to DAMAC Hills and so on and so forth. Each time you see them progressing to a better stage.
Right.
Now, you spoke about the previous branded residences or the inception of branded residences coming and they bringing it to the market.
Right.
But this, I believe, especially Chelsea and the DAMAC collaboration is first of its kind in a sports themed concept.
Right.
So I can relate to what Mr. Irshad said, that there are so many desirable and great sports facilities in the city,
Right.
but you would have never heard about rooftop football pitch, and these kind of premium amenities, which are rare to find, and getting to buy at certain prices which are still very underrated in terms of the price that you see of the project. Chelsea is no new name. I think it's, if I'm not mistaken, it's been there for more than 100 years.
Yes, it's a legacy.
So them planning to agreeing to join hands with DAMAC says a lot for itself. And we can see that the expansion of certain concepts, because branded residences always have fared out to be 40% better in terms of rental yields.
All right, let's talk about that. I just wanted to bring that to your attention as well. It's brilliant that you mentioned it.
Yes, so 40% higher rental yields for any branded residences that you see in the market.
I'm sorry, I'm interjecting because I know there are a lot of meat that can come out of that one line that you just mentioned. Is it applicable as a broad stroke of a brush across all branded residences or specific brand residences? How does that work?
Yeah, not all of them, but with dominant developers backed. So developers who have a great customer service to provide at behind. You can build a branded residence, but it requires a lot of upkeep.
Right.
And a lot of services that are required to make sure that the customers are actually living up to the expectations of those buildings.
Right. So it's not just a brand.
You could bring it a fashion brand, or you could bring it a hospitality brand, or you could. But again, you need that infrastructure behind you as a developer to be able to service that.
Right.
But not only in rentals, I believe in terms of the price point also.
Right.
You would always see a 30 to 40% gap in between the branded residences in a similar community or an area compared to unbranded buildings, because it offers that extra bit of value which you as an investor is always looking for.
Right. Right.
So that is the growth trajectory that I see a lot with especially Chelsea recently joining hands with DAMAC. I believe that we would see an optimum and a great first of its kind luxury, wellness and sports themed tower.
Right. I just wanted to ask you that as well. I mean, Amira did mention, Irshad, you were there when Amira mentioned about wellness.
Yep.
There's a huge, massive wellness market that's opening up.
Absolutely.
And we can't be quiet about it. And what she was mentioning was, in a place like the UAE, we've already seen about 5.5 billion worth of transactions on the wellness market side.
Yeah.
And it's scaling up to about 12 billion by 2030. Now, that's phenomenal growth on that side. How do you think Chelsea is going to add to that wellness theme that is today so important in the UAE market? How is that adding? What's your thought?
See, what happened post-pandemic, people have become very choosy.
Right.
And they have lots of money to invest, frankly, I mean, the kind of investors we're getting. Now, by adding the wellness and the physical activities, definitely when a typical investor comes home, he wants a unique product.
Right.
I mean, they would like to have something more than others are getting it. Now, by adding Chelsea to it, which, as Mr. Salim said, that there's a rooftop kind of one of a kind of football field.
Right.
This will add a huge value to it.
Yeah.
Plus, there are certain other things like cryotherapy, forest relaxation pods, when they come home, they're totally detached from the regular stressful life. People who are in Dubai, they work
Right.
very hard here. So they need something which is really nice. And there's nothing better than Dubai Maritime City location, because you have the sea views over there. It's center of the city.
Right.
Plus, as an investor also, people will make money on it.
Right.
So if from a rental yield perspective, as well as the capital appreciation, that goes in line with the current brand, location, and the price what we have at the
Right.
moment.
Right.
So this is what people are looking at the moment, to have more and more advanced amenities,
Yeah.
as well as which will make them lifestyle much better,
Yeah.
and also family oriented.
Correct. I mean, I don't think about 2 years ago we ever heard of buildings or communities coming up with things like cryotherapy or halotherapy and, your Kanai parkotherapy and all these new wellness
Yeah.
and the whole Shinrin the whole forestry meditation and chant that Japan has kind of really popularized. Even that's becoming a part of amenities today. And that tells you a long story of how important wellness is. Again, one more question for both of you. Chelsea is a football club.
Mhm.
Unlike other brands like Louis Vuitton and your other your Bugattis and all those big brands that we already know of, Chelsea is confined to where football is a feverish pitch. You can talk about that in the UK. You can definitely talk about that in the Middle East. But how about the other countries where football may not be or soccer may not be a very important sport? How do you think we will be able to appeal to them?
You see, let's give a scenario of India, for example,
Yeah.
which is one of the top region where a lot of investors are coming. Uh, like Indians, they like to buy something with a brand affiliated.
Yeah.
Like this, we have seen past in when we had the Fendi apartments in Dubai Marina or Paramount. Likewise, football is known all over the world. Even let's say apart from UK and Middle East, there are places where football is being watched even in America. So Chelsea is definitely a known club to them, and
Right.
especially the fan following as well. The players will get a lot of attention to it.
Well,
I won't be surprised. I was just thinking about it. Like there's so many big players played for Chelsea. Imagine 5% of them buy something in the tower, it will be full.
Yeah, no.
Right?
Absolutely, yes.
And this is one of a kind of a tower which is so different from others and very reasonably priced at the right location. I keep saying it because I know that the value of this property. So I think the impact will be there all over the world. People will buy irrespective of the continent as long as they love football. There was a discussion that Liverpool guys will not buy Chelsea, but they started buying now. Right? Yeah, because
I'm
Dubai
not
is
sure
the-
what that
there's
change of heart
another
is,
one, yeah,
but-
Dubai is the place where
Actually, adding on to the fact that Dubai it doesn't really need marketing for itself. It has really established post COVID also in terms of the way the market has grown,
Right.
and the way people have actually invested here and gained out of the market. But I don't agree with you when you say that UK and Europe are the only places where football is watched. I have a lot of family living in Pakistan, and I'm sure Irshad I can relate to the fact that India and other parts of the world
Right.
really, because before all these cricket leagues came in, these IPLs and the PSL and the other ones, everything that people were talking about, or what we've grown up watching in our young ages, the English Premier League, which is, I think, the model the whole world has then later followed for all
Other leagues.
other leagues in
Football
sports.
leagues, yeah.
So you could go back in time, and because of certain players, I would be a big fan of Manchester,
Right.
or somebody could be a fan of Liverpool. But again, Chelsea has held its line for the way they've they've won so many leagues, and I think that you would have a lot of people buying it, not only because you have the addition of a brand in it, but you already are so strategically located and you are delivering excellent projects in the past and the current scenario. So
Right. You spoke about location, and you just literally took that word out of my mouth, which is my next question. Maritime City. You've been in this landscape for that many years, 15 years at the MAC. Where do you pin Maritime as a location of choice for the market, by and large?
So if you see, as last 4-5 years, the government has also been enhancing the connectivity and creating an urban appeal towards the area, Maritime City altogether, and the strategic location where it is positioned in between Port Rashid and downtown Dubai.
Right.
I believe, as I mentioned earlier, also it's one of the most underrated area in terms of price point. You have beautiful panoramic sea views there, great connectivity. It's actually, I, the 3 years before that, I would be telling my marketing team that this particular area will be the golden triangle of Dubai.
Right.
The La Mer, the Maritime City, and the Dubai Island. So
Right.
it is strategically located in the middle of each thing, these locations, and we can see a lot of growth. The beachfront today on the Dubai harbor is priced almost double to what the price is today,
Absolutely.
right?
Great entry point there.
And let's not forget the flexibility that the mark offers on its payment plan.
Right.
So
Right.
you have that the ease to continue to invest. With the flexible payment plan that you have, along with the sports branded building, with the great location, with amazing views, and it won't be fair if we do not talk about the architecture of the building. So yes, we've spoken about DAMAC, we've spoken about Chelsea, we've spoken about the payment plan,
Right.
but the building itself would be standing out. It could turn out to be one of the greatest architecture in the whole vicinity in the coming years. You
Right.
you would look
Right.
into that. Yeah.
Right. Gensler.
Absolutely right.
Gensler
Gensler, yeah.
is the hand
The
behind it.
architect, yeah.
Yeah, and I think Gensler is no new name in the DAMAC ecosystem.
Absolutely.
You already used them in the past as well.
Yes.
What's your take on Maritime? What's your gut saying about Maritime? How are we looking poised for the next couple of months with this inventory swelling up?
See, I'm sure that the entire inventory will be sold out before the launch. I mean, when we have the expression of interest and all.
Right.
The reason because we priced it at a very good place.
Right.
The price is very reasonable. Payment plan which we are offering at the launch, which is 60/40, is amazing.
Right. Right.
Which a lot of flexibility for the buyers to go for the mortgage, because
Yeah.
40% a major part of it is towards the completion.
Right.
Location, and there are only limited plots. There are not many plots available.
Correct. Yes.
And I'm sure that Chelsea Tower will become a destination itself in Dubai.
Right.
When someone gets down at the airport, they will say, let's go to Chelsea Tower. This kind of popularity will have, because it's not only towers, the complete lifestyle, the pools, the swimming pools, the artificial beach. It's kind of a destination, like, when
Right.
people come to
Destination
Dubai.
lifestyle.
Exactly. So this will definitely give an edge to DAMAC to sell the entire inventory.
Right.
As we have a lot of EOIs, so I'm pretty sure that it will sell out product.
Right. Okay. Now, just looking at Maritime and the type of clients who would be investing into Maritime. And you did mention that 3 years ago, your crystal ball did mention that Maritime is going to be a place of reckoning. Who do you think are the clients who will be keen to be investing into Maritime?
So you already have a lot of existing customers who've, as I mentioned to you, have been part of the journey from the early days, and
Right.
they've really believed in the
Right.
brand. So those are one. We have been receiving a lot of support as one of the top agencies to be having that opportunity to take the brand elsewhere, apart from UAE. Doing road shows and events in multiple countries abroad,
Right.
which helps us to bring a lot of investors by making them realize the kind of capital growth and the appreciation that they can get in along, as mentioned before, the
Right.
what branded residence would bring for you. We especially as Aeon TrisI have a branch in the UK, which helps us to bring that kind of customers from that part of the world, which this product is actually a no-brainer for
Right.
those kind of investors who are based out of there. So we are seeing a great momentum. We've already started to work and submitting the expression of interest. And as Irshad said, that sold out is now Bedouin needs to come up with a new word, because
Sold and sold out.
yeah, so he needs to come up with something new, because we're already
Right.
Absolutely.
we already see each time
Right.
it's challenging to actually get
Right.
inventories at time
Yeah.
on great launches like these. So
Yeah.
yeah,
Do you see the inventory, I mean, the tight fix for the inventory as a challenge across all developers, or do you see it in top developers? What do
of
you-
course, only in the top developers,
Right.
and that, because again, as I mentioned to you, developers with a lot of history, a lot of which creates which you can go back and see the legacy that they have created, and with the again, building is one thing, but keeping up with it and delivering it
Yeah.
on time with the quality. You see a lot of investors at this point in time are really looking forward to handovers in the DAMAC lagoons, which they can see built up
Yes.
in a record number of time.
Yeah.
So and that's where the journey starts to come up again, when somebody is already gaining from the investment that they have made in the
Right.
last 3 to 4 years, and it's a great return, to be honest, in the last
3-4 years
in town houses
and what
and villas.
lagoons is
And
delivered. Yes,
absolutely,
absolutely.
yeah.
You mentioned about roadshows. There's something interesting that I wanted to ask you as well.
Yep.
You've been with Aeon TrisI, supporting Aeon TrisI as our most cherished partner for a while now, right? And there's a history to the roadshows and collaborations you've done with Aeon TrisI.
Yep.
Where does that begin? Tell us a little about that history.
Well, we started with Aeon, I think, back in 2019, when just before the corona, we started the first event. And it was a great event. We had a lot of walk-ins and we had few
Right.
nights as well.
Right.
But the moment we wanted to go back, there was corona. So in between, like there are like 2 years which we couldn't do anything. But the moment we were back in Dubai on work, which we was immediately, but the roadshows were not started because UK was still going through the corona thing.
Right. The lockdown.
We started the Aeon TrisI Parkland office as a DAMAC office, literally you can say. Salim Bhai was kind enough to give an access to the staff as also the place itself.
Right.
So we branded that place with DAMAC, and the team over there is great, led by Asnan. They did a fantastic job. We sold a lot of properties through UK office. And I think even yesterday we had a roadshow again back in UK office. So it was a great experience.
Right.
And it's a huge support for us to have an office at a prime location, and also the team, which is very experienced
Right.
to handle all the Dubai, clients.
Right.
So far it's a great experience, and the results are amazing.
Okay.
Yeah.
Going forward, what would your expectations from DAMAC be?
From DAMAC Bay.
From us, from DAMAC.
Oh, from
the
DAMAC.
team.
No, of
From
course.
Irshad, more specifically.
See, we as if you talk about as brokers, our expectations don't end. We always want more, and but we are very content, alhamdulillah, and we are grateful to the management of the mark, to the senior management of the mark, to everybody who have been very supportive to us throughout throughout these so many years of affiliation, and especially after the change in management in 18-19, when Amira came in, and she took over, and the way the support that has been there for the brokers has been phenomenal.
Right.
And we've actually been like, it's so heartwarming to see the kind of push that comes in from their side to actually keep on performing. You very rarely see these from top developers. Today you have almost 7,000 plus agencies,
Right.
but yet they wanting us to contribute and be a part of their journey, and part of their success
Right.
is appreciated a lot with the bottom of our heart. And
Right.
we are hoping to be a major contributor to the sale of not only Chelsea residences, but the rest of the upcoming developments for the rest of the year.
Lovely, lovely. Well, I think it's been a great pleasure, gentlemen, talking to both of you. Just before we leave, and this is more for you, Salim and Irshad, please chip in as well. 2 key reasons why a client should invest through Aeon TrisI. Your 2 top reasons why any investor who's tuned in today just want to make a decision today. Why
Into
should they?
Chelsea residences,
Why should they come to Aeon TrisI for Chelsea residences? Let's put it that way.
In terms of the broker wise,
why? See,
they
the thing is that as a company, as I mentioned to you, we've been in the market for almost 2 decades now, and pretty renowned name with top positions at a lot of major developers, main developers in the city. We depend more on and we ensure that our team is having that particular ethics. And the main reason to depend on is the honesty and transparency of what we need to offer to our clients. We don't promise, we don't overpromise. Yes, but there is reasons for this kind of a project to actually really do well.
Right.
We can give our speculation and the reason for growth in this high value tower. But at the same time, we are here to advise, and we always advise in a very, very transparent, honest, and ethical manner.
Right.
With very clean intentions. Money is not the only prerogative for us. More it is to make sure that our brand and the brand that we are associated with
Yeah.
holds on to its
Together.
recognition and value and
Absolutely.
everything in that part.
Absolutely. And I think with more than 2 decades of experience behind the brand Aeon TrisI, rightfully you have all the scars and the stripes
Yes, absolutely.
to be the broker of choice for investors to really consider investing into DAMAC Chelsea project. I want to turn the spotlight to you as well, Irshad. Why should an investor consider DAMAC? Give top 2 reasons why they should consider DAMAC.
See, if you ask me as an investor, the first point, the tower itself, it's beautiful, it's amazing with the Chelsea branded.
Right.
Irrespective of location, anywhere in Dubai, this is definitely a hit because if you look at the architecture of the building, it's a marvel.
Right.
Like the second thing, the amenities which comes with it.
Right.
I mean, you may find 1 tower or 2 tower, but you don't have like 6 towers. It's itself like a community where you have the entire amenities are given to you in line with current trends. And the most important, they're all sea facing.
Right.
Now, anywhere, and this is probably the cheapest sea facing units available today in Dubai. If you look at the sea facing units, Dubai Marina and all these are gone up, especially on the beaches.
If not 2 times more.
Yeah, exactly. And this is a unique tower, unique architecture, beautiful location. So there is nothing which stops anyone from buying it. And if as an investor, if I invest, I'm going to get a very good premium. Plus post completion, I get a very good ROI as well.
Absolutely. I think with this, gentlemen and ladies who've joined us today, thank you for joining us. You heard it from the seasoned campaigners who've been in the landscape of real estate for these many years. We're talking about 2 decades and more. And you know the reasons why DAMAC Chelsea could be an ideal investment of choice. One is a location itself, Maritime City, bridged between your old and new Dubai, phenomenal location. And as the gentleman Salim put it, that's part of the golden triangle. And you don't want to miss that opportunity today. Price point is brilliant. They're all sea-facing units. And you got a solid brand, DAMAC and Chelsea, both with such rich legacies that have come together to provide you with the best value proposition that you could possibly think of while investing into an apartment of choice. With that, I want to thank both of you for joining us.
Thank you for inviting.
Thank you for taking your precious time out.
Thank you for inviting.
Season. It's good to have you here, Salim. Irshad, it's a pleasure.
Thank you so much, Govind.
Thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. Really appreciate it.
Thank you.
Thank you.